Hello and welcome to our channel. Today we will be discussing some signs your partner might be cheating on you or lose interest in you. Make sure to put in the comments your thoughts, like and subscribe for more tips. Before we begin, we should clarify that just because she's acting in this way doesn't necessarily indicate that she's cheating on you. Nevertheless, if she is cheating, she is likely acting in this way. We don't want you to see this and feel incredibly toxic or paranoid. Additionally, if you're a lady viewing this video, you should know that these are actions that men take when they're cheating or losing interest as well. The first sign is the loss of affection. And there may be a loss of affection for a variety of causes. We are aware that occasionally, certain drugs and other substances may cause us to enjoy physical contact a little less than we might otherwise. Therefore, in this case specifically, it's critical to notice if her level of affection for you has changed significantly. If she was once quite touchy and frequently expressed a desire for intimacy with you, and then all of a sudden stopped initiating contact or returning your physical touches, consider this to be a major warning sign.
This could mean that she's getting affection from somewhere else and therefore does not need it from you. So aside from that, it could just mean that she isn't interested in you anymore, isn't physically attracted to you, isn't in love with you, is just really losing interest in you. It could be so many different things, but it's a really big one and normally a surefire sign that something's not right. I know a lot of times when people cheat, they become less affectionate and intimate with their partner because they're getting this from somewhere else.
The second is a fundamental shift in communication. This one is going to be significant if you've only recently begun talking to someone or haven't really been talking to them for very long. If you see a significant difference between how they used to talk to you and how they talk to you today. Let's say this girl used to text you throughout the day, used to send you good morning and good night messages, and has stopped doing any of those things. It's possible that she is texting someone else.
Especially if you maybe met her on a dating app and you've been texting for a couple weeks, maybe you haven't hung out yet and she's still on the dating apps. It could mean that she's texting someone else that she met on there and is therefore losing interest in you because she's talking to someone new. And that's why I always say it's so important to get their number quickly off of a dating app and try to plan a date ASAP, whether it be a FaceTime date or an in-person date.
We don't want you to be overly suspicious, but if she suddenly changes the way she talks to you, it is typically a poor indicator. Once more, radical change is the crucial term here. 3. She is accusing you of certain things because she feels so bad about what she has done or is doing, and thinks that you might be doing the same things. She is putting her insecurity and self-consciousness onto you because of this.
I can speak from this firsthand because I have gone through this. There was one time in college when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, my boyfriend accused me of cheating on him, and it was so out of the blue and so random. He called me like freaking out, cussing at me, crying. It was horrible, and looking back, I can't even believe I put up with that or went through that. But I found out afterwards that he had just cheated on me, and so he was all paranoid thinking I was going to cheat on him too when I was probably in my dorm watching some Netflix show.
Typically, when someone cheats, they begin to accuse you of doing the same things. They are projecting onto you because they are internally experiencing the same sense of insecurity or paranoia that they have generated for themselves. Thirst traps on social media are number 4. And by that, we imply that it's possible that she's publishing things that she might not typically post. Perhaps she has started posting lingerie, extremely private, or bikini images, which would be unusual for her. We are aware that for some girls, this comes naturally to them and they don't give it a second thought. It's just who they are. It's not a big problem because they upload these frequently. Therefore, if you're in a relationship with a female like her, you shouldn't be concerned because this is something she does frequently, isn't new or unexpected. However, it's probably not a good indicator if the female you're dating suddenly starts acting this way when she would never typically do this.
She could be looking for attention or validation, or maybe the guy follows her on social media and she's posting it so that he sees it. Who knows? There are so many scenarios that you can create in your head with this kind of thing, and I think it's just toxic. But often when someone is cheating, they start to get really into themselves and they start to post themselves more often on social media to get that attention and validation from people. So if she's someone that's all of a sudden looking for attention online, bad sign.
She is protective of her phone, is number 5 on the list. The adage here is that if you have nothing to hide, you shouldn't feel the need to be defensive. There is nothing sleazy or cunning about it. Therefore, it is a significant warning sign if she starts acting secretive, dubious, or too protective of her phone or laptop. In addition, we are not advising you to search her phone. We don't think that you should ever look through your partner's phone unless you have reason to believe that you will discover their infidelity. Then, decide to break up with them, because this is one of the most harmful patterns that has become increasingly prevalent in our culture. It's extremely unhealthy to see girls constantly post on TikTok about how they look through their boyfriend's phone while they're in the shower or asleep.
I've been in that situation before, and it's absolutely horrible. And I've learned the hard way that if you have to go through someone's phone, you should not be with them because you don't trust them and you don't have a healthy relationship. So say she gets a notification or you go to check the time or something and you glance at her phone and she freaks out. This is a very bad thing. If she's being protective, if she's being shady, if she's acting weird, it normally means she has something to hide. And it might not necessarily be that she's cheating on you, but she's doing something she feels like she doesn't want you to see or she feels embarrassed about.
There are several possibilities here, but typically she has something there she doesn't want you to see. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next video.